こんにちは。香川博です。ですね、本を書いたり、ブログも書いてます。山口洋二というペンネームを使ってます。よろしくお願いします。さてとね、世界がいろいろ動いてますね。コロナがあったり、大統領選挙があったり、そのアメリカでいろんなね、今ね、黒人の方が亡くなったことで、いろんなデモがあったり、さらにですね、イギリスがいよいよ本格的にね、EU から脱退しようとしたり、それで、いろんなことが世界で起きてるんですけどね、こういう話題って日本人なかなかついていけないじゃないですか。でもね、海外に一歩出ると、こういう話題がね、話せないと、相手の人との交流が難しい。だから、どこに行くときもね、簡単なね、ちょっと話題を知っておくといいと思います。そういう中でね、今日はね、アイルランドの人に、インタビューしてみました。これはね、ブレグジット。イギリスがアイルランドからこう離れていく。ブレグジットでね、EU から離れていく。ということについてのね、感想を聞いてみました。ジャックさんというね、私の古い友人ですけども、神戸に住んでる人ですね。彼の率直なね、アイリッシュとしての意見。こういうのを聞いてみましたんでね、ぜひ聞いてみてください。字幕もついてるし、難しいかなと思ったらね、ちょっとね、例えばウィキペディアでも何でもいいですから弾いてみて、アイルランドとイギリスなんていうのね、弾いてみると、ああ、そうか、そういうことがあったんだなと。ブレグジットって簡単なことじゃないんだなってことがわかると思います。そういう意味でね、参考にしてみられるといいと思います。
Hi, Jack.
Hi. How are you, Hiroshi?
Yeah, fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you.
I see. Well, I have been interviewing the people all over the world, actually. From Argentina to maybe London and also India and many places. Now, I want to say you are in Ireland, but actually you are in Kobe.
I am in Kobe, but I have a lot of course, my family back home, I have a lot of contact with them.
I see.
All the time about the pronouns.
How is over there?
In Ireland, things have been relatively good recently. The lockdown is finishing quicker than people expected.
I see.
And yes, it was quite a strict lockdown. People could not, over 70s, could not go outside at all for about 6 weeks.
I see.
So that was quite tough for them. But yeah, now they can go outside again and people can travel a bit and yeah, things are much better.
Yeah. I want to divide the interview two portions. One, which is, first of all, I'm really curious about the current situation between the British people and the Irish people talking about the Brexit. And under this pandemic situation too,
Sure.
Yeah. And are there anything happens like from Ireland side, or are there any complaints? Because, border is really tricky right now.
Well, to talk about Brexit first, at the moment, because of Corona and because especially in the UK, Corona has been such a terrible situation there for them. They've had about 40,000 people died. So, it's the numbers in the UK are really bad.
Okay.
So, because of that, the UK, the British government has not been focused on Brexit. Yeah, so they have kind of put Brexit to the side for the moment. They are still optimistic that they can leave with a deal at the end of this year. That there will be a deal with the EU, but I'm not sure personally, and a lot of Irish people are not sure as well.
And
so
do you think, like,
in terms of Ireland, we are preparing for them to not have a deal.
But so do you think like you will go to the British side, which is Northern Ireland, freely even after that happens?
I honestly don't know. It's a really good question. Nobody really knows at this point. It's obviously we hope so that we'll be able to travel freely. But in terms of, I think personally, in terms of people taking trips, I think that will be fine. I think that won't be so difficult. But in terms of goods and trade, that will be quite difficult.
And ideologically, Irish people consider Northern Ireland is a part of Ireland. And so I'm wondering about a new kind of IRA radical movement will start, or are there any reconciliation you will accept two nations or one island, How about that?
Sure. Well, I mean, that's a question we've been thinking about for 100 years. So this is just the latest chapter of that story. It's a good question. We don't know. Perhaps if there is a border again, there will be problems with a new IRA or some kinds of nationalists. On the other side, it could also raise tensions with loyalists, and so it could be a very difficult situation. But for now, Hiroshi, to be honest, we really just don't know yet.
Everything is under, how can I say, in the mist right now, and also, of course, Brexit can be successfully done or not. Well, Boris Johnson will be successfully continue or not.
There's a lot of variables.
Interesting. So, how, personally, do you like one island?
At the start of this year, there was an election in Ireland where the Sinn Féin party, which is traditionally the kind of very strong nationalist party, for the first time ever in 100 years, they were the largest party in the country.
Wow.
We don't have a government yet because of Corona. The old government is continuing for now until the crisis is finished. But after that, it could be very interesting about whether Sinn Féin can make a government. That would be the first time. Sinn Féin wants an all-Ireland, Ireland. A lot of people, myself included, were very surprised by that election result. It was a big shock. Nobody expected it, really. So, to answer your question, if you asked me 6 months ago, I would say no. But now I'm thinking more about it. I think, well, if it's possible, maybe yes.
But even though it happened like such kind of turbulence, Ireland people prefer to remain in the EU side.
Yes.
That's definitely.
Definitely, yeah, absolutely. Ireland has benefited a lot from our membership in the EU. We also, just on a kind of personal level, Irish people feel more European than British people do.
Interesting.
Well, we're a small country, and Europe is a club of some big countries, but there are many small countries in there too. So we feel it's better to be part of that club than to be on our own outside.
That's quite interesting. Do you have, ironically speaking, do you have any idea about how to unite it with Scotland?
Well, I think Scotland, they look at Ireland quite often and they see that, oh, well, it's possible. I mean, Scotland's population is about the same as ours. It's bigger, but its population is about the same. So they look at Ireland and they see another country similar to them that is in the EU and doing well. And I mean, I think they look at Ireland as an example.
I see.